Dhampur Sugar definitely seems to be well positioned, considering the fact that it's put up a large ethanol capacity already. I would believe that not only the sugar business but even the ethanol business is going to make a significant contribution to the earnings in FY23. Already we are seeing that ethanol consumption has gone up, and I think this is now going to be a big profit contributor to Dhampur. I would believe that in the near term the stock has corrected, but I think if one would take the next 12 to 15 months, then I think one could definitely expect even a target of around 575, 600. So I think Dhampur could be a better choice. Although Awadh is also a large player in the sugar pack, I think ethanol is something which is going to differentiate Dhampur. My sense is I think Adani Green definitely is in a good business, and growth prospects are also positive. But I would believe that if one were to buy this stock, I think it's better to probably wait for some moderate correction. The stock has run up significantly, and I think in terms of valuations, it's gone beyond normal valuations. So I think clearly if one were to buy this stock at around 2600 or maybe 2650 odd, probably a mild collection, that would probably give a better risk reward. There's no doubt that this business will expand significantly in the next 2 to 3 years. But at these levels, I think the valuation seems to be fair to expensive. So I think wait for a moderate correction and then accumulate. Yeah, I think Cheryl, Tata Investments is basically the group holding companies for all Tata companies. Since this is a holding company, normally the way the market values these companies is on a price to book basis, and typically investments in these companies are discounted at a normal kind of rate of around 20 to 25%. Now, the best part is this Tata Investments would continue to do well as long as all its group companies continue to do well. So my suggestion is, I think considering the fact that it is unlikely that these companies' shares would be unloaded in the near term, in a hurry. This is only meant for those investors who want reasonable capital appreciation but good dividend yields. So, if somebody were to go for this kind of stock, then one has to be little patient and keep a time frame of at least 2 to 3 years. So, holding companies will never get the same discounting as standalone companies. So, please keep that in mind. I think, Alex, one thing is very clear that the developments what we have seen in Russia, Ukraine, plus the Sri Lankan markets, I believe there's going to be a big, agri-grain crisis in the coming, months and time frame. So definitely, rice as a commodity is definitely something which is going to be an essential, crop which most, countries would obviously love to import. And I think even the currency is favoring such companies. So I think definitely if one were to look at the next 12 to 15 months, one can definitely take a small position here. Medium to long-term prospects appear to be quite good. I think, she has got HL in her portfolio. So I think, Alex, she can continue to hold on. The company has a very robust, order book. And I think looking at the kind of recent news flows of new order wins, I would not be surprised that one could comfortably see a 15 to 20% rise in HAL. As far as MTAR technology is concerned, I would believe that if the investor can give a reasonable time frame, this is also one company which operates in the space, nuclear, and the defense segments. A very interesting company. So I think keep a little longer time frame, and I would not be surprised that this stock would possibly touch 1900 or even 2000 odd levels. So definitely long-term prospects appear to be good. But yes, in the near term, there could be a little bit of short-term volatility and some underperformance in the stock. So the recommendation is please hold on to both the stocks. Yeah, definitely. I think Paushak is into specialty chemical basket of products, and Triveni Engineering is also a large player in the sugar and engineering space. So I would believe yes, both these companies have got good tailwinds, provided she's got a time frame of at least minimum 2 years. I would not be surprised that these companies could do exceptionally well. As far as Paushak is concerned, the liquidity is very low, so one has to keep in mind that this is not a very highly liquid stock. But yes, fundamentals are strong. And Triveni also, I would believe that it's not a very liquid stock. So both these names, if she were to invest, it's better that she takes a delivery call and keeps a time frame of at least 2 years. I would believe United Phosphorus seems to be a better bet because they have a larger geographical mix, not only in India but Europe as well as the Latin American markets. And I think the company is expected to do significantly better. Already the company has announced a buyback at 900 rupees. So I think UPL definitely sounds better, although rallies also should do well. But in terms of size and in terms of the scale and in terms of the risk reward, I think UPL probably one could expect a target price of at least 925 to 950. So UPL would be a better choice.
Okay, this one is from Raghu. He wants a long-term view on SAIL. He's already holding some shares at 99 rupees per share. What's your take on this one, Avinash?
Yeah, I think within the metal sector, SAIL is one company which has underperformed. But I think one positive part about SAIL is that a significant amount of debt has been repaid. So this time, the company is going to benefit significantly from the uptick in the steel cycle. And as far as prices are concerned, metal prices still continue to be solid with a very strong growth in infrastructure expected. Our sense is that SAIL will definitely do better in FY23 also. So since he's purchased at 99 rupees, I would suggest him to hold on for the next 6 to 12 months. A target price of at least 140, 150 looks very reasonable. So I think best thing is to hold on despite the fact that, stocks from this space are extremely volatile. But definitely, numbers which would be coming out from the fourth quarter in FY23 should be significantly better than last year.
Okay. So the question is from Sunny and he's asking about 3M, which he's holding 4 shares of. Is this a good long-term investment? Avinash, what's the view here?
Yeah, I think 3M is a MNC company and operates in a very niche space, Alex. We have seen that, this is one of those companies which got very less impacted by the COVID. And going forward, the kind of product launches they are planning, the kind of, geographical reach they have, not only in the Indian but in the overseas markets, I would believe that, this stock could scale significantly higher levels. One reason is that earnings growth is going to be very strong. The company has a very small equity of just 11 crores. So probably, if the company decides to reward its shareholders with a bonus, I think that would not be surprising. So I think continue to hold on. These are companies which are, which can give reasonable risk reward only over the next, say, 2 to 3 years. So good long-term prospects. Yeah, I think Cheryl, Oracle is a product software company, and I think, a majority of the holding is still with the parent. There have been reports for quite a long time that this company could get delisted. But most importantly, if you see the kind of performance this company has put up in the last 2 to 3 years, it's been doing extremely well. Even during COVID times and even now post-COVID, I believe that, the product software business will grow continuously. Most importantly, large part of their revenues come from the license fees, which is extremely profitable. Hopefully, I think if the delisting happens, it will happen at a very significantly higher premium to the market price. So continue to hold on. This is a stock which I think can give multi-year returns over the next, say, 2 to 3 years.
Okay. We've got another question, Avinash, coming in on the ethanol story. And I think this is a broader basket from what you had spoken about as well. Renuka Sugar, Balrampur Chini, EID Parry, these are stocks that Shravan has identified. Would you say, which of these would you say is the best bet? And then I will very quickly go across to Kunal on the one that you pick.
Yeah, I think my guess would be Balrampur Chini would probably be better positioned here, considering the fact that it's got a very large ethanol capacity. And I think, sugarcane, already it's a well-established player. So I think it should benefit significantly. And I think you could see better numbers coming in FY23. EID Parry would be my second choice, Alex, because here also I think, the company is a value-added producer of, sugar as well as lots of other businesses like sanitary ware, ceramic tiles. So I think EID Parry should also do well. Given a choice, I would first bet on EID Parry, second on Balrampur Chini, but Renuka Sugars I would avoid because the stock has seen a significant upside from lower levels, largely due to some speculative reports. So I think my choices would be EID Parry and Balrampur Chini.
Wants to know about buying a PVR or rather holding on to PVR and Inox. Avinash, what's the view? He's wondering whether there will be a fourth wave of the COVID-19 pandemic that could cause problems.
I think he should continue to hold on. I believe that at least as of now, there don't seem to be any fourth COVID wave. So continue to hold on. I think FY23 should be a lot better.
From Kumar, he wants to know whether he can make fresh entry into Adani Wilmar. Avinash?
No, I think Adani Wilmar definitely has shot up. So I would believe that one correct. Yeah.
Okay, question coming in from Rajeshwari. She's bought Hisar Metal at levels of 142. She's lost just a little bit of ground. She's wondering whether Avinash to book loss and enter other names like JSW Steel or Tata Steel.
I think JSW Steel would be a lot better. I think a far better choice compared to Hisar.
Alright, this one's from Achal, and Achal has Bharat Dynamics at around 428 rupees per share. It was an IPO allotment. She wants to know whether she should book a profit or hold on to it. She can continue to hold on to it for the longer term. Avinash?
I think she should hold on. I would believe that Bharat Dynamics has got an 8,000 crore order book, and I think FY